to the bathroom, now is the time to do so. But please try not to distract him and everyone else while he is presenting his message to us tonight. It takes a lot, for these youngsters or anybody to come in front to present messages to us. So please do show your encouragement, show some courtesy and respect when someone is up in front to present. So it looks like Adrian is ready, so please let us all turn our attention to him as he delivers his message to us tonight.
Sit around, people.
Sit around.
Kindly join me in prayer. Om Tami Mata Chapika Tomeva Tomeva Bandu Chasika Tomeva Tomeva Vidya Brahminam Tomeva Tomeva Saradam Tomeva Deva Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Devotees, tonight I take my Katha from the Bhagavad Gita for children. I will look at chapter 4, the path of renunciation and self-knowledge. The Gita reports always spoken on the battlefield, but who wrote it? The teachings of the Gita are very old. They were first given to the sun god in the beginning of creation by Lord Krishna. Over time, this knowledge got lost. The Gita in its present form is a teaching by the Supreme Lord Krishna to Arjuna about 5,100 years ago. So is Lord Krishna the author of the Gita? Yes, Lord Krishna is the author of the Gita. It was put together by Sage Vyasa, who also edited the 4 Vedas. Sage Vyasa had the power of recalling events of the past and future, but he could not do the work of both composing as well as writing it down. He needed a helper to write the Mahabharata. Lord Ganesha, the Lord of Wisdom, offered to do the work of writing. Why is Lord Krishna so important? Lord Krishna is considered the 8th incarnation of the Supreme God. The Supreme God comes to earth in different forms from time to time whenever the forces of evil try to disturb and destroy the world's peace. Lord comes to set everything right. What is karma? Every action produces a result called karma, which can be good or bad. If we do our work only to enjoy the results ourselves, we become responsible for the results. If our action harms anyone, we get bad karma called sin. If we do good to others, we earn good karma. How can we avoid bad karma when we live and work in society? The best way not to earn any new karma is not to do anything just for yourself, but do it for the good of society. Always keep in mind that Mother Nature does everything. We are not the real door of any action. If we strongly believe this and work as a servant of God, we will not earn any new karma, and all our karma from the past will be wiped out by spiritual knowledge. When all karma is used up, we become liberated. How do we get rid of karma from our past lives? A very good question. True knowledge of the self acts like fire that burns away all karma from our past lives. Selfless service prepares one to receive self-knowledge. A karma yogi automatically gets self-knowledge in due course of time. One who has true knowledge of the self or God is called a self-realized or God-realized person. Are there other ways to get liberation? Yes. There are different methods or ways to reach God. These methods are called spiritual practices or sadhana. Any action that is beneficial to society is also called yajna, seva, or sacrifice. Different types of yajna are 1. Giving money as charity for a good cause. 2. Doing meditation, worship, and yoga exercises. 3. Reading the scriptures to gain knowledge of God. And 4. Having control over the mind and other 5 senses. Lord is pleased by those who sincerely perform any one of these yajna and gives them the gift of self-knowledge to reach God. Such a person becomes happy and peaceful. How about those who worship a deity every day? Can they also reach God? Yes, those who worship the deity with full faith also get whatever they want. Most Hindus worship God in the form of a chosen deity to fulfill their desires. This path is known as a path of worship and prayer. There's a story in Mahabharata of a devoted karma yogi, an ideal student who worshipped his guru and got what he wanted. Eklavya, the ideal student. Guru Dronacharya was the military teacher appointed by grandfather Bhishma for all the Cordova and Pandava brothers. Many other princes also took military training under him. Drona was very much pleased by Arjuna's personal service and devotion to him, and he promised him, "I will train you to be the best archer in the world." One day, a very gentle boy named Eklavya from a nearby village came to Drona and wanted to learn archery from him. He had heard from his mother about Master Archer Dronacharya, who was the son of sage Mahavajra and a disciple of sage Parshuttama. Eklavya was a jungle boy belonging to the hunters community. Then and even today, such communities were considered socially inferior. Drona was very worried how he could teach a jungle boy along with the rural children. So he decided not to keep the boy with him there and told him, "Son, it would be very difficult for me to teach you, but you are a born archer. Go back to the forest and practice well with deep interest. You too are my disciple. May you master archery as you wish." Drona's words were a great blessing to Eklavya. He understood his helplessness and felt confident that the master's good wishes were with him. He made a clay idol of Dronacharya, installed it in a nice place, and began to worship it respectfully by offering flowers, fruits, etc. He worshipped this idol of his guru every day, practiced the lessons in archery in the master's absence, and mastered the art. Eklavya would get up early in the morning, bathe himself, and offer worship to the master's idol. He cherished the words, actions, and training methods of Drona that he had seen at Guru Drona's ashram. He faithfully followed the instructions and continued his practice. While Arjuna had personally mastered archery from Drona, learning from him firsthand, Eklavya achieved equally impressive skill while worshiping the master from far away. If he could not do a particular technique, he would rush to Drona's image, present his problem, and meditate until a solution appeared in his mind. He would then proceed further. The story of Eklavya demonstrates that one can achieve anything in life if one has faith and works sincerely to reach the goal. The story continues. The Cordova and Pandava princes once went to the forest on a hunting trip. Their leading dog was running forward. Eklavya, a dark-skinned man dressed in a tiger's skin and wearing strings of conch beads, was engaged in his practice. The dog, on approaching him, began to bark, probably wishing to show off his skills. Eklavya sent down a series of 7 arrows in the direction of the barking dog, and his arrows fell its mouth. The dog ran back to the princes, who were surprised at this skilled archer and wondered who the archer was. Arjuna, seeing this, was not only surprised but also worried. He wanted to be known as the world's best archer. The princes went in search of the archer who had hit their dog with so many arrows in such a short time and found Eklavya. Arjuna said, "Your skill in archery is great. Who is your guru?" "My guru is Dronacharya," replied Eklavya humbly. Arjuna was shocked at the mention of Durna's name. Was this true? Could his dear teacher teach so much to this boy? If so, what about the master's promise to him? When did Drona teach the boy? Arjuna had never seen Eklavya before in his class. When Drona heard the story, he remembered Eklavya and went to see him. Drona said, "Your learning has been very good, son. I am deeply satisfied with devotion and practice. You have done very well. May your achievement become an example for all to follow." Eklavya was very happy and said, "Thank you, O Gurudev. I too am a disciple of yours. Otherwise, I do not know whether I could have done this much." Drona said, "If you accept me as a master, you must pay my fee after your training. Think it over." Eklavya smilingly replied, "What is it to think over, sir? I am your disciple, and you are my guru. Please say what you wish, sir. I'll fulfill it even if I have to sacrifice my life in the effort." Eklavya. "I demand a supreme sacrifice for me to fulfill my word to Bhishma and Arjuna that nobody would ever equal Arjuna in archery. Pardon me, son, can you give me the thumb of your right hand as my fee?" Eklavya stared at Dronacharya for a while. He could understand the master's problem. He then stood up, walked to Drona's idol with determination, placed his right thumb upon a stone, and cut it off in an instant using his left hand and an arrow. Drona, while feeling sorry for the injury he had caused Eklavya, was at the same time deeply touched by such a great devotion. He hugged him, saying, "Son, your love for Guru is unmatched. I feel a sense of fulfillment in having a disciple like you. May God bless you." Eklavya got victory in the feat. With the right thumb gone, he could no longer use the bow effectively, but he continued his practice using his left arm. By virtue of his supreme sacrifice, he received the grace of God and achieved distinction as a left-handed archer. He proved that nothing could stop a total sincere effort. By his actions and behavior, Eklavya showed that your inferior or superior status is not determined by the community. You belong too, but by your vision and qualities of mind and heart. Drona was a great guru, but there are many false gurus in the world who will try to cheat you. Now, devotees, the question is asked, do we need a guru to reach God? We definitely need a teacher to learn any subject, spiritual or material, such as music, science, or algebra. But to find a real guru or a spiritual guide is not so easy. There are 4 types of gurus: the knower of a subject or a teacher guru, a false guru, a sad guru, and a parama guru. There are many false gurus who just pose as a guru. Sad guru is a God-realized master and is very hard to find. Lord Krishna is called a Jagat Guru or Parama Guru, the world teacher. Devotees, this has brought me to the end of my company. If I had made any mistakes, kindly forgive me. Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Adrian. That was wonderfully done. Devotees, all, please give him a next round of applause. Thank you very much, Adrian, for sharing with us that wonderful message. Message about karma, how can one erase bad karma, and also the power of devotion. Your Katha was very, very wonderful, wonderfully delivered to us. Very eloquently he speaks. I would like to encourage you to do more. All right, we would like to hear from you many more times. All right, and I'd like to encourage you to keep reading and keep researching all the messages from our scriptures. You learn and then you share it with us and you enlighten us as well. I'd like to encourage the parents as well for allowing him and to giving him the resources so that he could have delivered such a wonderful message to all of us here tonight. It is our hope. It is Adrian's hope. The only way you can do some justice to him is to take home something from what he delivered to us today. some knowledge that he's imparted on us today, take it away and expand on it as well, learn from it. All right, so once again, thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you very much. We all appreciate that. I would like to say thanks to the organizers who have given Adrian the opportunity to share with us this message tonight as well. And also encourage others to come forward and do what Adrian has done tonight. All right, everybody can have a chance to do what Adrian did. So please, when you're called upon, when you're asked, just volunteer. If you need assistance, we have many members who can assist you with putting together a message to share at our satsang. With that, devotees, we have come to the point where we will all stand for RT. Before we commence RT, though, I would like to say special thanks to all the sponsors who have contributed something, some way or form or the other, whether it's food supplies, monetary, physical assistance.